my fellow comic book collectors. It's on the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 2, the finale. It's just a 2-part series of my biggest trade ever. This is like, I really did send a massive box to Big B McFly, the comic guy. Definitely check him out. If you haven't checked out his channel, he's a great guy. Check him out. We basically did this huge trade. I sent him a few big books, a bunch of little stuff. It was a lot of my duplicates. Basically, as a result, I'm almost out of duplicate comics. He just basically took my whole collection of dupes. And it was just a really great trade. He sent me a big box. I sent him a big box. It was all good. So this second part, we're going to go through this big stack of comics, and it's a lot of Golden Age. So he has his honey hole. He always calls it his honey hole, where he goes and he basically discovers really amazing books for really cheap. He gets some pretty crazy books at crazy prices, really affordable prices. I think the guy uses an old Overstreet guide to price out his books. So he does quite well picking up some really amazing things. And he knows that I like Golden Age, so he's willing to trade. So it was a pretty great trade. Before I get into the showing these books, I'd like to ask a small favor of anyone watching right now. I am up for 3 CBC Awards. The link is in the description. You just go to it, click vote, and then you can vote for me in 3 categories. Best unboxing, best ongoing series, which I do with Steven on Mondays. That's our Monday special. That's our best ongoing series. And the third one is best spec, which is my Sunday video where I talk about the hottest Golden Age comics. So if you like those shows and you want to support my channel, help me win those awards. So that's the goal. I'd love to win. I need your support. Please vote for me. Vote often. Vote, get all your friends to vote. Get your grandparents to vote. Get your children to vote. Get your random street person to vote. Get your dead relatives to vote. Get everyone to vote, and I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Bye. Okay, let's get into the unboxing now. So the first one is Crime Doesn't Pay. This is really rough. I mean, this one's pretty low grade, but it is a cool little series. I don't think he charged me, or we didn't trade much for this one. These books are actually fairly cheap, regardless of whether or not they are complete or incomplete. They're just not. It's not an expensive run. There are a few issues though within the run that are crazy expensive, but this is not one of them. But it is a cool one because it's got Dillinger, who is a very famous criminal, and just a really cool one. So Armed and Dangerous, Move with Caution, John Herbert Dillinger, and this is Crime Does Not Pay number 116. And it's actually got something really interesting. It has this little star at the top. Now this is actually an early code before the Comic Code Authority came into play. This is the one that existed before it. And it was very unsuccessful. They didn't really follow the rules. And yeah, it ended up falling apart. But that was an early code. And we got some Bronze Age Archie, nice beach one, Betty and Veronica, number 165, nice little bikini cover. I like these, semi-sexy ones from Archie. They're pretty fun. And then we have, so yeah, some of this is going to be modern. A bit mixed in here. So we got some Spider-Verse, and this is Weapon 8. I'm not sure. And then we got, who is this? And then we got Spider Bite. So yeah. And we got Modeling with Millie. I like this cover, nice little go-go cover. And it's number 54. I think that's the Monkeys, or who is it? The fashions are a go-go and the beat is boss. The music is Gongsville and this bird can sing. Oh, it's the Gears, I guess. They're back, those madcap magicians with hard-driving Liverpool sound. Ever bopping, ever stopping gears. I think that's really interesting. So, you know, Liverpool is where a lot of really great bands came from, the Beatles being the most famous. So maybe this is like a rip-off of the Beatles. Okay, then we got some Ice Cream Man. This is like some, looks like a metal cover. Sort of a cool one. I guess this is quite a rare one. He had a $100 label on it, so I'm not sure. I don't think we traded with that kind of value because it's too crazy. I wouldn't have picked it up if it was that value, but it's just too much for Ice Cream Man. But Ice Cream Man's not bad. Quarantine Comic Special. So it's like a one shot that they did for the quarantine. A COVID special. And then we got some Silver Age adventure comics. This is Adventure 291. Got some Cleopatra on it. I'm not sure if it's a key or not, but I don't think so. It's like an early 12 center because you can tell it's early 12 center just because they put that weird box around the 12 cent. And then we got The Perfect Crime. It's actually not a bad little series. I collect The Perfect Crime. You can see an issue behind me. That's one of my favorite covers, The Perfect Crime. So this is just another one, The Perfect Crime. Number 4. And then we got Strange Tales 98. And this one's interesting. Basically, this monster guy, he comes to Earth and he's like, whoever can defeat me, you send me your heroes to defeat me, and if you can't beat me, then I kill everybody. Basically, what does it say? Your planet is doomed, for no human can beat me. Okay, so somebody basically goes up to him and says, "Okay, I challenge you, and we will see who can sleep for the longest." And so the monster goes off and sleeps, and that's how it ends, because the monster doesn't want to lose that competition, so he sleeps forever. So, Strange Tales 98. We got some Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin. And yeah, just a lot of these Jerry Lewis ones had good girl art in them. They were kind of fun. You can see a little bit of good girl on this one. So this is Jerry Lewis number 31. And this is probably like, I would say 56, 57 era because of the large code stamp. Usually in that era, they put like these large codes. They were, very paranoid about getting blocked from the Comic Code Authority. Now this is a Golden Age Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. This is number 3. You can see what I mean by the good girl art. And then we have some, not sure what issue number this is. I'm not sure what issue number it is, but it's Judo Master. I have a few Judo Masters. I might even have this one. This one looks really familiar. But we traded for a bunch of stuff, and that was one of them. Then we got some Archie's Joke Book, number 19. This is a so-so one, but he was being pretty nice about it. This is number 19 from 1965. I collect Archie, so, pick up whatever ones people have. Then we have Daisy Duck. I didn't realize, but this one has a tape pull, so that's not so good, but it looked nicer when we were talking about it. And this is 4-color 858. it'd be a really beautiful copy if it wasn't for that tape pull. So sad. But yeah, from 1957. And then we have some Magic comics with Dagwood on the cover. Nice Golden Age book. Strangely, these Magic ones, there's certain ones that actually go for a fair amount. The ones with Dagwood or Blondie or those ones, not so valuable, sadly. Even in high grade. This is a fairly nice copy, actually. I would say it's like maybe even like a 7 or 8. It's quite a solid copy, but not expensive. You can pick these up pretty cheap, but they're really beautiful. They're really fun stuff. Really fun comics, actually. Sadly underrated. Next one is another Golden Age one. This is Penalty, number 27 from 1952. I'm not sure who did the cover, but it's quite cool. And those are, you know, early crime books. And then we got some Paul Terry's Mighty Mouse Adventures. This is actually the first issue. This is issue number 1. The title changes to just Mighty Mouse in number 2. So it was a one-shot basically. And so you got Mighty Mouse, early Mighty Mouse. Speaking of early books, this is early Tip Top. This is from 1938. This is Tip Top Comics number 25. It's very early Tip Top. Some of these are quite good. Some key characters made their first appearances in Tip Top Comics, like Snoopy. Snoopy, the Peanuts, all made their first appearance in Tip Top. So this is, but this is long before that. But a bunch of characters made their first appearances in Tip Top. Then we got some Candy. That's a cool little one. This is Candy number 36 from 1953. Just a really fun Good Girl art one. It's another title that isn't very expensive. Actually, you can pick up Candies anywhere from $10 to $15. Maybe $20 on the high end if it's a higher grade, but usually very affordable title, but has a lot of great Good Girl art. And then we got another affordable title. This is Black Diamond Westerns, number 40 from volume 1, and this is from 1952. Now this one also has the Comic Code Authority, but this is not the one that we know of, the more modern version. This is the older version of the Comic Code. This is the ACMP code. American Magazine Comics Publishers, I think it's something like that. So yeah. American Comic Magazine Publishers. I think that's what it is. ACMP. And then we got Charlie Chan. I'm not sure if this is number 1. I think it might be number 1 actually. Again, this one has a bit of a tape pull at the top there, so it's hard to figure out. So this is Charlie Chan. And this one's a really nice one. It's a really good girl one. This is Hetty in Hollywood, number 49 from 1952. Just a really great Good Girl art cover. And again, this one has that code. So these Hettys of Hollywood were done by Marvel, and Marvel had also been part of this code, this early code. The funny thing is that the early code had very similar rules to the Comic Code Authority. It's just that nobody followed them, so it didn't mean anything. But they put it on the books to try to make the parents happy. I guess they maybe loosely follow them. So this is Patsy Walker, number 41. I've actually got a pretty good run of Patsy Walker that I've developed. I like the good girl art. Patsy Walker is great for that. And then we have Popeye. This is an early Popeye. I'm not sure what issue number it is. Oh, it's issue number 26 from 1941. So, yeah. It's a cool little Popeye from 1941. And then we got some Dell 4-color with Popeye. I think this is a really nice cover. This one is hard to figure out. It doesn't say on the back, so, but it is a cool one. It's early Popeye. Probably from the early 40s. And then we have the Fighting Leathernecks. This is number 1, and this is from 1942. Fighting Leathernecks. Bit of Good Girl as well. Not too much, but a little bit. That's from Toby Press. And this is one of my favorite Popeye covers. I always liked this cover for some reason. I always thought it was really nice. This is 4-color number 9. Or Popeye number 9, I think. Actually, it's Popeye number 9. And it's just a really great one where he's riding the swordfish. I just think it's fun. So that's from, and yeah. This one actually is one of the more expensive. A lot of the Popeyes are fairly affordable, but this one is one of the more expensive ones because I think other people agree that it is a cool cover. And I think it's just a fun one. So Bob Saganoff. And then we got some new funnies with Woody Woodpecker and his family is pretending to be Santa Claus. This is another Golden Age one. I'm not sure. This is Dell 4-color 191. Or sorry, no, New Funnies 191. But yeah, from 1953. And then we got some Frosty the Snowman. This is Frosty the Snowman number, or actually it's Dell 4-color 661 from 1965. It's really cool. Or is this, no, 1955, sorry. 1955. Frosty the Snowman. When my daughter was very young, there was not too many songs that I knew, and I would sing her to sleep because she was always like, whenever her mother was away, I would have to like take care of her and try to get her to fall asleep. And one of the things that I would do is just sing her songs that I knew. And Frosty the Snowman was one of the songs that I knew, and I'd sing Frosty the Snowman to my daughter to help her sleep. It wasn't Christmas. It was just a convenient song that I knew. So yeah, Frosty the Snowman has a little bit of a special place in my heart. And then we got Blondie. This is Blondie from 1945. I'm not sure what issue number it is. Doesn't say. Oh, issue number 45. Feature book number 45. Actually, this wouldn't be considered Blondie. It would be considered feature book, which is another title that had like multiple characters in it. So this is feature book number 45. Sort of a fun one. Again, Blondie doesn't go for much. There's a few key issues, but that's not one of them. It's still cool though. Then we got Western Hearts number 1. Again, another title that doesn't go for big money because Westerns, people don't really collect Westerns. But I actually like these. I think they're fun. This is like, you know, some pretty girl on the cover. I'm not sure who she is. Probably people that know these Westerns better would make fun of me. It's Wilp Wilson and Reno Brown. So I guess he's Whip Wilson and Reno Brown. Or Reno Brown? Probably Reno. So yeah, very cool cover. Western Hearts number 1. And then this is World's Finest number 78, early coded World's Finest. And they have their secret identities being blasted out on the loudspeaker. Attention everyone, here comes our third guest of honor, Superman, otherwise known as Clark Kent. But nobody knows Superman's secret identity but me and Robin. So, Robin and me, I should say. Isn't that funny? But now everybody knows. And last, for this one, is The Adventures. The Avenger, number 2. And that's it. So, a whole bunch of stuff. You know, it was a fun trade. It was a fun trade. I got rid of all my dupes to basically get some new books that I didn't have in my collection. What did you think? If you watch both videos, you can see see how I did. What did you think? Tell me in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.